Employee monitoring is an excellent tool for understanding how your workforce operates. Unfortunately, a history of overly invasive deployments has caused some serious issues like,
is my employer spying on me? They're just doing this to find an excuse to fire me. If they're monitoring what I do at work, they obviously don't trust me.
This is not what you want your employees to feel. In this video, I'm going to guide you through the best practices for monitoring employees so you can avoid these mistakes and concerns from your employees. Hello and welcome to the Currentware YouTube channel. My name is Neil Luca and I'm the Managing Director here at Currentware. After watching this video, you can learn more about this topic by reading our new white paper, Employee Monitoring, Best Practices for Balancing Productivity, Security, and Privacy. You can find the link for that in the description below. Before we start, I just want to give a quick disclaimer here. I'm not a lawyer and this is not legal advice. These tips are for informational purposes only. If you want to use employee monitoring software in your company, be sure to consult with a legal professional first. Alright, let's jump in. First up is the very best tip I can give you. If you want to succeed, you have to let your employees know that they're being monitored. Employees that do not know if they're being monitored, why they are being monitored, and how they are being monitored are more likely to have negative reactions to being monitored, such as having higher rates of stress and anxiety, being less likely to accept being monitored, and ironically, becoming less productive. That's not to say that transparency is going to negate each and every concern that your employees may have. But if you start with transparency from the very beginning, you have a far better chance of proving to your employees that these tools aren't being used to spy on them. By being transparent, you're also giving them the chance to hear about their concerns from the start. This lets you work with them to make an employee monitoring strategy that is fair and minimally invasive. Here are 4 transparency boosting tips. Involve a representative sample of employees when you start planning your goals and the metrics you want to capture. Tell your employees what metrics are being captured, how they'll be used, and what is being used to capture them. Have your staff read and sign policies that disclose your intended use of the employee monitoring software. And finally, give them access to their own data so they can see exactly what's being captured. They can even use this data to manage their own productivity, which is a major bonus. The second tip I have for you is don't use employee monitoring to micromanage. One of the reasons that monitoring can be perceived negatively is that it feels like it's being used to punish employees. They worry that it's the software equivalent of a micromanaging boss staring over their shoulder while they work, just waiting for them to slip up. Some employers do monitor internet use to make sure employees aren't getting carried away, but did you know that so-called unproductive internet browsing has actually been found to have a positive impact on productivity? It's true, but only if that browsing doesn't take up more than 12% of their work time. Employees feel far better about being monitored when they're given the autonomy to self-manage first. Managers can step in if things are getting carried away or if their employees are visiting clearly inappropriate websites. The third and final tip I have for you today is to not monitor more than you have to. Think about it this way. If I told you that I wanted to make sure that employees weren't visiting not safe for work websites, you'd think I was crazy for asking for a direct feed into their webcams. The bottom line is this. If you can meet your company goals with the less invasive method of monitoring, do it that way. For example, if you want some backup for your acceptable use policies, you can use internet monitoring software to see what sites are being visited, but there's no need to track individual keystrokes. Or maybe you want to protect data from being stolen. You can monitor the flow of data without recording audio clips of private conversations. Finally, maybe you want to track the work habits of employees that are working remotely or from home. Give them a company-provided device rather than monitoring their personal computers. That's it for now. If you want to learn more, check out our new white paper, Employee Monitoring, Best Practices for Balancing Productivity, Security, and Privacy. You can find the link for that in the description below. If you'd like to try out employee monitoring in your company, visit currentware.com/download for a free trial of Browse Reporter, our computer monitoring software. And as always, stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more videos about employee monitoring, cybersecurity, and Currentware's workforce management software.